welcome. It is my absolute great pleasure and honor to introduce the amazing Shari Braendel, founder of the Color Code System and the Closet Outfit Planner, plus author of Help Me Jesus, I Have Nothing to Wear. It's an absolute honor to have you here today.
Thank you, Liz. My pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you. And looking absolutely stunning as well, I have to
Thank
say.
you. Ah, well, I better. I'm in the style business, right? So,
Exactly. And I kind of thought, I was like, oh my gosh, should I get like really done up? And then I thought, no, I've literally just jumped out of the shower. I'm going to come be authentic. This is me.
how you have to be. Absolutely.
Exactly.
And you know what? If I came with my hair pulled back, it wouldn't be authentic. So
Yeah.
here we are being
Woo!
ourselves. It's
I love
the
it. And yeah, it's beautiful. Just love it. Love it. Okay. So, first question. What does self care mean to you?
self care is like a cruise, which I should go on. And so, which I should have some more self care. How about that? Self care to me means really paying attention to my exercise, my diet, my water intake, my sleep, all of which I'm just kind of sometimes really great at and sometimes just not so great at. So, yeah, taking care of myself in a way that honors me, honors who I am, honors the business that I have, my family. And I think it's so important and many of us just don't do it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And do you find that things are different when you do take time for your self care? And then when the busyness comes and you perhaps forget to be taking care of yourself as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the place where I fall down the most is in eating right. Like if I'm on a regular schedule, I know exactly what I eat. I have it kind of planned out. But then when I'm on the road or I'm traveling, I just tend to, and if I'm not, sometimes I can be very good about it, very disciplined. But there are other times when I just like, whoo, fall prey to what's on the menu. It's like, oh, I think I'll have those. And then I feel horrible. But it doesn't take me, it's usually not that first bad decision. It's usually the second or the third. And I tend to, just because I guess it's just the way I roll is I kind of like it's all or nothing, baby. And so if I'm going to eat all the carbs, I'm going to eat all the carbs. And so if I'm going to work out for a week, I'm going to work out for a week. And then if I don't, it's a month. So yeah, and then it catches up to you and not good.
Oh, bless you. Thank you for sharing and being honest as well, because I think we all face those moments. We're really great. And like you said, we're planning it. And then we come off the plan and things get a bit trickier. Yeah. So, thinking about your kind of self care and checking in with yourself, do you do that on a daily basis, like to see how you're doing, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and obviously physically, we've touched on?
I check in every day. No, I don't check in every day. Because I would be considered a workaholic. However, the one thing I'm very faithful about, it's very rare that I miss my time with God in the morning. Like my sit down, pull my Bible out, my journal, even if I don't do anything except listen to worship music and put it on, cat on my lap, and have a cup of coffee in hand. I'm really in it, and but the days, very rare, but the days that I don't do that, I go astray probably on everything else as well. And so, but checking in, no, no, I don't. In fact, I just met with my leadership consultant last week, and she was mostly concerned that I wasn't sleeping. And she's like, okay, so why aren't you sleeping? And so it was like, oh, you just don't even think about that as self care, but it is. You're the expert. So it is. But yeah.
Yeah, Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think for a lot of people, it's the very first place we get to start. Yeah. Because when stuff's getting busy and we're getting overwhelmed, and like you said, workaholic, like many of us really plow into our work, and then we're working really long hours and our sleep gets just smaller and smaller. Yeah.
And we lay in bed and think about what we need to do tomorrow or what we should have done today, or, oh, I forgot to send that email, or, yeah, that.
Yeah.
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 Last night, just tell you, last night, Mondays are my long days. So I don't know what day this is recording, but it was a Monday and they're my long days. I go from early until I usually end up hosting 2 different things on Monday nights. And I was so tired. I could hardly drag myself from my office to my bedroom, which are in the same house, right? But I got in, I put in music in my AirPods, put a mask on my eyes, like a sleep mask. And I never wear it. I just wanted it black. And I laid down in bed. I don't even know when I fell asleep, but I was exhausted. And we never want to get to that point. I think it's not good. And for some reason, I just happened to be there. So your topic is very timely.
Oh, yeah. And I think that it was one of my biggest things when I began to realize that my self-care mattered. Sleep was the first thing I started to tackle. Yeah. And I began to get into like an evening routine so that even if had all these things going on in my head, I started to either speak them out loud or write them down or pray and just pass it back over to God, because that's how that kind of works for me. But others could just, do a voice note to themselves, say it to a friend, but just get it out of you.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I receive that. I'll take that
Yeah.
advice. That's good.
Yeah. And let me know. Let me know how that works
I
for you.
will. I will. Yeah. Yeah. What I have to do, because it's funny, because when I'm in hotels, I can sleep really well. But when I'm in a hotel, it's typically because I'm on the road, either speaking or for some part of my business, right? But I can make it really dark. I bring a fan usually and put a fan on. But when I'm home, my husband likes no noise, no, there can be light on in the room. He does not care. And I'm like this, like I want to put blankets up over the curtains. I want to turn on a fan, but he doesn't like that. And so, yeah, help me with that one,
Oh,
Liz.
yeah. Do you know what? I can, and I will gift you a free like strategy session. So we can do a strategy call and we can set up so that rather than thinking you need the fan to get to sleep, we can put a new strategy in so that your subconscious, your unconscious can go into that separate strategy and that you can then get to sleep without it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay then.
So we'll do that, and then you can like feedback and let people know how it
Okay.
how it went for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
Let's do
cool.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
test
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Woo! Put myself on the spot there.
There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, because I found those kind of things like really helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. So you mentioned about like journaling, along with your Bible study and that in the morning. So what's been your experience of that?
Oh, I have been journaling for years, years, years. I have, oh, I don't know, probably 100 journals. I get a new journal every single year. So I haven't been around for 100 years. So I probably don't have 100. Close. But sometimes I'll go through multiple journals in a year. So there you go. But I sometimes I just talk about what I'm grateful for, always less letters to God, talk, and just, yeah, I just do. I'm a very creative person. As a matter of fact, just today I was meeting with our technology gal who does all the back end parts of our business. And she said, I really want you to put, is it okay with you if you put everything in a Word doc instead of doing it on the platform that we use? And I said, no, because I can be creative in the moment with all the creative things that are around the photos, the color. If I'm working off of a Word doc, it does nothing for me. I don't even know why I'm writing that section, whatever. So she's like, okay, alrighty then. So
Ooh, yeah, I love it. And I think because people work in such different ways. So especially if she's supporting on like the back end, that's she could potentially be very logical and it's all kind of
yes,
laid out. And obviously you are beautifully creative and like that's a huge part of yourself. So that's how it flows. Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun. And I think one of the favorite things I do with like content is that I'll kind of speak it out or I might video it and then just use some software to then put it into like the words. So you don't always
oh,
have
that's
to be
good.
typing it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get a bit of both.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
So thinking like about self-care over your whole life, what's your very first memory of self-care?
Wow. Liz, shouldn't I don't even know. Oh my goodness. My very first memory of self-care. What a great question. Okay, those of you who are listening, she's asking me this on the spot, so I'm trying to come up with the answer. But I really want to be. I gotta think about this. Is such a great question. My first self-care. Wow. I don't want to say I don't know, even though I don't know right this second. But I gotta think on this. Um, would it have been no? I was going to say, would it, no? Oh, I hope you can edit some of this out because, oh my goodness, I don't
I
even
can do
know.
whatever you
Let's, oh my goodness.
like.
Or maybe y'all like me hearing me gone. I don't know. I just don't know. Wow. Well, one thing that just came to mind, I had never, and I don't know if this would be considered self-care. You'll have to tell me. This probably is it. When I lived in Miami, Florida, I hardly had any money. Like I graduated from college and had like zero money, none. And, just trying to make ends meet, right? But I had gotten my nails done one time and loved the way it felt. And so I found this Cuban woman who worked out of her house because a friend had taken me there. And it was like $5 or $4 to get my nails done. And I would go every single week and she would feed me dinner. This wonderful Cuban woman, because she knew I was a starving young woman, single woman. And she would feed me Cuban black beans and rice. And oh my gosh, she taught me, how to order Cuban coffee with milk. It's cafe cubano con espumita. And so, so I learned how to do that. Yeah, I guess it was that. I guess that would be it.
Ooh, I love it. And
Yeah.
it's got someone else's like love and care and support in there. So it's not just your self-care, it's she's taking care of you too.
Bertha. Bertha was her name.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with
Thank
us.
you for asking the question. It took me back. So that's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love how you completely brightened up even extra. You were glowing anyway, and now it's like, woo,
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh,
radiant.
that's so great. That's so great.
Yeah, you
Good.
get to keep that memory. Nip back to
Do.
it. When you're getting
Yeah.
busy, nip back to that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Oh, I love it. And so now, how has your self-care changed to what you would do for yourself now?
I would say now, and this is an easy one for me to answer because of my workaholic self, because I am a self-proclaimed workaholic and I'm not super proud of that but it is what it is. It just is. Um, I would say that, and a part of that came out of need. My husband, when we first got married, had a back injury and had and ended up not getting disability, but also couldn't work. And so for the last, well, we've been married 24 years. So for the last 24 years, I've been the one who's had to figure out a way to make money. And so, and he's been a great support along the way, and he's done amazing things for our business. And, you know, the Lord always has a plan, right? And so, um, but I've always had to be like, okay, how am I going to figure this out? We got to make money. All right. So, one of the things, though, is that because of the way I'm wired, I have a sister who lives an hour from me, and she's the complete opposite of me. And if you guys watch my YouTube channel ever, she's the one I took shopping in July on, and she's hilarious. But when I go to her house, and my husband knows, he's like, you need to go to Wendy's. When I go to her house, I do nothing. I don't bring my computer. We sit and we can binge watch movies all day long. We'll just get food, eat cake, even though we shouldn't probably drink coffee. Just, we might go shopping. We might be, typically, we are just binging in our chairs. We have like little chairs and watch. And that's where I go to have a break. So I don't have a breakdown. I go to her house. And it's really been a lifesaver for me over the last, many, many years. So yeah, that's what I do now. Mhm.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And actually there's kind of essence, there's elements of that which tie back to your very first self-care experience where she's feeding you and she's taking care of you.
You are good. That's
Ooh.
amazing. What a good, look, I'm gonna cry. What a great that's a yes, that's a connection. Oh my gosh, I would never have put those two pieces together. So, so I guess I like to be fed, you know, and have my nails done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's funny. I don't even get my nails done now. These are actually press on, $6 at like Walmart, um, because I don't have the patience to sit. And I guess because they're not feeding me. If I knew there was a great outcome at the end, like, oh, get my nails done and they're going to feed me too. But that doesn't happen. So yeah, I just don't have the patience for that. Like I'll get a pedicure, but I won't get my nails done. So
ooh, that's really beautiful. And I think kind of drawing on what you're loving and what's really bringing you joy in those moments, you can give yourself some of that self-care like every day. Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
oh, you're welcome. Thanks for asking. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's one of those things like we get to show ourselves that level of like love and self care and really treat ourselves in the way that those wonderful people have treated you. You get to treat you that way too.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that, but I do. I have actually started cooking, which is amazing. And I've never cooked before. My husband always does our cooking, so that's been a wonderful thing. But I've realized that it's kind of like I can be creative with the air fryer because that's the only thing I use in there. But it's kind of fun for me. Like I don't think about work because I can be in there and cook and look up Pinterest recipes and things. So that's been kind of fun.
Ooh, I love it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and definitely like experiment with that because
Yep.
there's definitely a connection that you said with the food and the
Yep.
provision and just that you get to make it and then relax and enjoy it. Yeah. Ooh, I'm excited for you.
So fun.
Yeah, I love it. And yeah, you get to have that joy, those like celebrations of yourself every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Ooh. So, if you were to be speaking to someone who's never done any self care in their lives
Mhm.
at all, how would you suggest that they could begin?
Well, I think. I think they need to, yeah, I would say 15 minutes a day, even if it's just to go outside and just stand in the sun for 15 minutes and just kind of breathe in what's outside. Just, that. Or go, if you've never had your nails done and you just are like, oh, I don't want to do that, then go get some press ons. Just go do something that you're like, oh, I wouldn't spend the money on that. And these are $6, so it's not expensive. Do something different. I mean, something you can do at home, though, certainly is, go outside and stand in the sun. Um, or maybe even pick, you're going to drink 5 glasses of water today, something that maybe you've not done, because I heard that you're supposed to drink like half your body weight in ounces. And so, just start with something, start somewhere. But that's what I would say.
Yeah, I love it. The baby steps because
Yeah,
it's
for
it's
sure. Yeah,
manageable.
for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Ooh, well, that's amazing. I'm so, so grateful for you spending the time, to
Oh,
share your experiences.
thank you. Well, you're good at this. Oh my goodness. I'm like, never thought about those things. So yay. No, that's fantastic. Happy to be here. So happy to be
Oh,
here.
thank you
Yeah.
so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for
Oh,
asking me.
woo, absolutely my pleasure. Yeah, I am so, so grateful. And you have something to share with the audience as well.
Oh, right. Well, so I don't know if you all could tell. I guess I'm in by being founded the Closet Outfit Planner and the color code system. I'm in the style business and fashion business. And so if you've never had your colors done and you've always wanted to know what colors look best on you, I have a free color analysis site. And so all you need to do is go to colorcodequiz.com. Super easy, colorcodequiz.com, and take a free color test. So go check it out. It's fun. And we get a lot of people taking that test every day. So go on over and check that out. And yeah, hope you find out what colors are good. So there.
Thank you
Yay.
so much. And I will absolutely have the link like below. So it's really easy for
Okay.
people, yeah, to
Awesome.
get to.
Great.
So yeah,
Wonderful.
thank you
Great.
so much.
My pleasure. My honor to just be here with you. Thank you. You're a wonderful, great interviewer. And so I'm happy for all the other guests that get to do what I just got to do. So yay.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hello to all of you listeners who are out there. So just glad that I could do this.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.